Yeah. Okay. So, um, I'm gonna talk about something really serious, but can't. Okay, so where I live, you guys probably have heard it. Um, there's a town called Morgan Hill, and 2 months ago in March, a 15-year-old girl named Sierra Lamar went missing. Um, this is a really, really big topic, something that has really, really, really hit me hard. Being a young, teen girl. She was a teenager, she was a cheerleader, she had everything, there's lots of speculations of what happened. They recently arrested a man who's 21 for kidnapping and murder of Sierra, but they have not found her body, not to my knowledge. I mean, if I'm wrong, I don't know, I don't think they found her body, but they've linked his car, which is a VW, I think, with a red car with a black hood on it, and they found his DNA on her clothes. That could mean many of possible things. I've watched videos of people's vlogs talking about it, and people have made good points. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just speaking my mind about it. She's young, I haven't seen her Twitter and I have not seen her Tumblr, but I have talked to people and watched videos of people who have, and I think her parents are made her seem like she was an angel, and apparently they didn't know everything about her, which most parents do not. I speak from experience. Trust me, my parents don't know everything about me and what I do. And, she may have had a side, rebel side, got mixed up in something. And her mother said, oh, well, this isn't like she'd associate herself with such a guy. But you never know, he's young, and you never know. The DNA linked on the clothes could have meant anything. I'm not even gonna say it out loud, but all kinds of things. Thousands of people have been searching for her. Thousands of people have been looking for this girl. And from the first time that I found out that she was missing, I've prayed, and I've prayed, and I've prayed. And people say, oh, she's dead. Well, you do not know that for a fact. There's lots of, I really forgot about the names. I'm really out of it right now, but there are lots of girls were kidnapped, and 20 years later they come out alive. 3 years later, 4 years, she could be held captive. She could be, you never know. She may be running. She may want it to look like that. You never know. I feel like the police and everyone, they know more than we know. They know more, and they're not telling us. And I really, my heart goes out to her family and her friends. Me just watching the news and watching videos of her casual visuals, make me cry. And, I know so many young girls, and it could be me, like any of the young girls could end up like that, end up in her not making it to school, getting taken from a bus stop. And that's where awareness comes in. That's where knowing your surroundings, that's where knowing who you're hanging out with and not putting yourself in situations where you're going to get hurt. I know that it's hard sometimes. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. No one knows. But I feel that, there needs to be more awareness on things like that. Just the other day, Loma Vista Elementary, there was a young girl. This is in my town, Salinas, California. A young girl who was walking from the elementary home. Well, she was waiting for her grandmother to pick her up. And this white guy in this white truck and came and said, "Get in my car, get in my car." And the girl ran back to the elementary school. In my community, the Rape Crisis Center, I believe, teaches young elementary students what to do in situations like that. I think it's the ABCs. I don't know if it's in order or not. I know that the steps, what they say is run. I think it's just basically to get away, tell somebody. And that girl, we all know what would have happened, in a sense. I have a 3-year-old brother and a 5-year-old sister and an 11-year-old sister, and I would kill anybody. I'm just saying I would not really do that. Well, I don't know. But my little sister has a very hard time distinguishing who's the person to trust and who's not to. And, she's a very trusting little girl. My little brother, on the other hand, is terrified of other people. He knows. He does not really talk to people who he does not know. He's scared to death of strangers. Like, he'll cry and scream, which I think is a good thing. But my little sister, on the other hand, is a little harder to talk to, in a sense. Like, we tell her, you're a little girl, and bad people can do bad things to you. And I use Sierra Lamar as an example to her. I showed her the picture of Sierra, and I said, "See this girl?" She said yes, and I said, "Well," she's like, "She's pretty," and I'm like, "I know." I said, "Well, she was taken from her family. She's no longer with her family." She looked like she was gonna cry, and I said, she's like, "Somebody bad took her," and I was like, all I could say is yes. And little kids have filters. I'm serious. Like, if they can't, little kids can't handle stuff like that. So, I just let her be, and she understood, and, all I can say is that whoever took her, whatever, like, there are people, her family are pleading to you. There are, this young girl had so much in store for her, and right now it seems like it was all taken from her. Like, in a blink of an eye, it was taken. Like, so fast. You would be thinking you're only going to school, and then you're a victim. It's kind of a really big eye-opener of how fast the life can be taken, how fast things can happen. And I believe that whatever happened to Sierra, if she's still alive, hopefully she is. And if not, I believe the family and even the public, all of us that are concerned, deserve closure. That's a really big step in grieving. And I have no connection to the family or Sierra, but being in process of this investigation, of being in the public, checking the news, checking different things to get updates on if they found her. A lot of families, I live in Salinas, I wasn't able to become a search rescue person, but I would in an instant if I lived over there. Um, I did my part by tagging all kinds of people on Facebook. They had this thing going around Facebook, flyers. Um, so honestly, it just breaks my heart to, I can't even look at her pictures anymore because I just, thoughts go through my head like this young girl, like, wonder, can't even imagine what she has gone through at all. Like, it gives me chills just to think about that. And I just think that everybody should put themselves in her shoes and in her family's shoes. I really do think that we should really cherish our family and cherish the time we have with them and our close friends, because you could blink and they could be gone. I've lost a person in my life, and it felt like someone was suffocating me, and I could only imagine what her family has gone through and what her friends and close family friends have gone through. That seems who've been through, who've known Sierra her whole life and seen her grow up. Sierra was only, I'm not gonna even say that. Sorry if I said was. We all are in the dark and, hoping that something turns up. I think that, we need to be grateful for what we have, be grateful for the people in our life, even if they piss us off, even if we get mad at them, even if we just want them to go away. But just imagine that if they were just taken in an instant and you were never going to be able to see them again. That's what Sierra's family was going through, and her friends, her best friends, her cousins, her aunts, her uncles, all of them. People, apparently her father is a registered sex offender. People change. I have a family member who is in that position. People change, and people were looking at him, and honestly, don't point fingers. Let the investigators find out who did it, the who done it thing. Let them go through their whole process. They need to go through that process, and hopefully they will. Even the news stations are shaky, trembly on this. They have been, by the sides of people looking for her, and give a shout out to the news stations too, because it's hard for them to cover things like this. I just want to give a moment of silence for Sierra and her family. It's only gonna be a moment. Just a moment of silence. Okay. So I'm gonna, head off. Subscribe, comment, anything. I'm actually gonna do another update, look at the investigation right now. Yes, this is a serious video. And, I'm praying, and I hope all of you guys are praying or hoping, or, and if anybody, this is kind of late, so if anybody knows anything about Sierra, about that situation, then they should go to the authorities. And again, this was just my partake on the situation and how I feel about it. And yeah, God bless her family. God bless her. All we can do is have faith. That's all we can do. Let the authorities do their job. Let the people who are involved in this do their job. And all we can do is hope that things happen and we get closure, even if she turns up alive or not. There's closure involved in that. So, I'm gonna go, and I really hope you guys think about what I said, and hopefully you guys feel the same or around the same way. And yeah, so happy Friday again. And there's a holiday coming up. I forgot which one. That's sad, but yeah. So good night. Oh yeah. And God bless you guys. God bless everybody. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much. And any comments or questions or statements or anything, just put it below and subscribe. I can't even say that right. But love you guys. Bye.